me and my kicks, 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 me and my kicks.
What is going on, YouTube? It's your favorite YouTuber, me and my kicks, and this is my top 10 sneakers that I missed out on in 2024, man, coming up. As you all know, sometimes you might miss out on a drop, sometimes you might not have the bread, sometimes other things happen, etc., etc. So, either, all 10 of these shoes I missed out on, I'm not crying about it. I know eventually I'll get it, in the later years or in due time. But, unfortunately, it just didn't hit my register and I couldn't check out with them. But it is what it is. So coming in at number 10 is the Soulfly Jordan 12s. Now these shoes are currently sitting now, but they're $225 retail, and I'm not trying to pay that much on a shoe that you can eventually get for cheaper later on. I know eventually you're gonna hit on like StockX or eBay, get them for under $225. I would want to pay around $180, $160. If I can get it for even cheaper, that'd be great. But I haven't bit the bullet on them because I know they cost so much, and I know I can get it for cheaper later on. So coming in at number 10 is the Air Jordan 12 Soulfly, the Calcitos, whatever they call those white and brown 12s, those. Coming in at number 9 is the Lucky Green Air Jordan 5s. These came out like towards the start of the year. It was definitely a clean shoe. The only thing was like these was only in women's. So the highest they went was like a women's size 12, which is a men's 10.5. So the bigger sizes sold out quickly. If this was a men's shoe, these probably would have sat and I would have been able to get the shoe no problem. Unfortunately, I missed out on it because at the time I wasn't really paying attention on them. I thought that they was gonna sit because all Jordans at the time was sitting. But those pretty much flew, especially the bigger sizes, because it was a women's only shoe. So I missed out on it. I'm gonna have to reach back out in 2025 and get a pair. So I had to add it to the list. So coming in at number 9 is the Lucky Green Air Jordan 5s. Coming in at number 8 is the Orchid 4s. That's another women's release shoe that only came up to like a men's size 12 that like I knew they was gonna kind of fly, but like I didn't have the bread to buy them at the time. So all the high sizes flew and all the regular sizes are sitting. So I gotta reach back out and get those. But those Orchid 4s was definitely cold. Like that, you rarely see that color pink on shoes. It wasn't just your regular average pink, and they really went good on them 4s, so I had to add it to the list. So coming in at number 8 is the Air Jordan 4 Orchid edition. Coming in at number 7 is the Kith/New Balance collaboration, the 580s. I want to say they made these after the Miami store that they recently opened, but it's not the this shoe isn't gonna break necks, but I like the colorway on the shoe, and I also like the silhouette. Like when I saw these shoes, it piqued my interest, and I want to get them. As far as like resale price, it's going down. Like you can get them for around retail or maybe a little bit lower than retail. I'm just trying to save my money up to buy them when I get the money. So coming in at number 7 is those New Balance/Kith collaborations. Coming in at number 6 is the Air Jordan 3 Georgia Peaches. That's another women's exclusive shoe that only went up to a size 12 or men's 10.5 that I missed out on. I knew those was gonna fly, so and resale on my size is not too bad, but I still gotta wait till I get the bread to pay for them. But those was a cold Air Jordan 3. Any shoe that has the Air Jordan 3 white upper with the elephant print and you just put a different color on that back part, I got a cop 'em, man. Like from the True Blue 3s to the Katrina 3s, UNC 3s, whatever, man. If you put a white upper on it with the regular elephant print, I gotta get them. So, I gotta go ahead and add them to the collection next year. So coming in at number 6 is the Air Jordan 3 Georgia Peach edition. Coming in at number 5 is the Air Jordan 4 Bread Reimagined. Now, I'm not a big fan of Jordan 4 breads because usually when they give it to you with the nubuck upper, it's always ashy after a few wears, and it just doesn't really look the same. Like that's why I never really liked the Air Jordan 4 breads. But then they reimagined them with leather. This made me definitely want them in the collection. But at the time, I didn't really have the bread, and then also I was getting other things, so I couldn't afford them. Like as far as resale on them goes, it's not that bad. So I will get them in 2025, but I just missed out on them in 2024. So coming in is my number 5 kick is the Air Jordan Retro 4 Bread Reimagined. Coming in at number 4 is the Kobe 9 Christmas edition. What's so crazy was I had got this shoe around the time the Kobe 10s came out, and like somebody returned them at an outlet, and I was able to buy them. But unfortunately, I had a size 11, and Kobe 9s, you need to go an entire size up. So now I need a size 12 in the Kobe 9 Christmases. I ended up selling my old pair that I ended up getting from the outlet. Since retail was $240, the resale isn't too crazy. Like I seen like $290, $300 for my size, which isn't too bad. So, you know, I'm glad that Nike gave you a crazy high retail price, so resale wouldn't get too crazy. I'm definitely gonna get that shoe in 2025 so I can wear around the Christmas season. But, you know, due to the fact that it was a little bit of hype on the shoe, they sold out instantly, and then resale is kind of, you know, around the 300 range. I just didn't get them, but I will have them for 2025. So coming in as my number 4 shoe is the Kobe 9 Christmas edition. Coming in at number 3 is the military blue 4s. And the reason I didn't get these shoes was because like the older version style of the military blue 4s is a lighter blue than the ones that came out this year. But from my understanding, these are like actually closer to the OG than the previous retros are. So I was really like on the fence about getting them. And you know, as far as my size goes, you can get them for like pretty much around retail or a little bit over retail. And you know, I haven't really needed to pull the trigger on them. I will get them eventually, probably 2025, maybe 2026, but I know that like, you know, the hype isn't too crazy on them, but I will get them. And then also they're supposed to be dropping like a SB Dunk white with the navy on there, and they look exactly like the Air Jordan 4 military blues, just, you know, instead of military blue is navy. So that's gonna drive the price of the military blues down even further. So I'm definitely gonna cop a pair, but I just didn't get them this year. So coming in as my number 4 shoe that I missed out on is the Air Jordan 4 military blues. Coming in at number 2 is the Nina 3s. I'm not gonna butcher her last name, but those shoes was definitely clean. I ended up buying a pair on eBay, but when they came through the authentication process, it failed. So after that, you know, the money just came into my account again, and I ended up buying something else. So, you know, I am gonna get these for 2025, but I just missed out on them in 2024. I'm surprised that there wasn't many retros of the shoe. I thought we were, I'm sorry, not retros, restocks of the shoe. I thought we were gonna get a bunch of restocks on these because this was damn near the shoe of the year in a lot of people's opinion. And it was a great colorway, but it didn't restock like that. So more than likely, I'll be paying a resale for these shoes in 2025. So coming in as my number 2 shoe I missed out on is the Nina 3s. Last but not least, coming in as my number 1 shoe I missed out on in 2024 is the Columbia 17 lows, man. Like, I always wanted that shoe growing up. Like back in the day, I remember when they came out, like, you know, I grew up poor, so like I seen a few people that had them on, and like they was rocking them right. Like I just was like in awe of that shoe. So when they retroed them this year, I wanted them, but you know, $300 and they limited them. It's pretty rough. And then the resale on them is like kind of like $500, $600 now. I'm gonna get them. You know, I'll be saving up my bread, doing my little surveys and stuff. So I'm definitely getting them in 2025. I just, you know, been stacking up doing other things this year, and they eluded me in 2024. But trust me, I will have those shoes in 2025. So coming in as the number 1 shoe I missed out on in 2024 is the Air Jordan 17 Low Columbia editions. Now, I know a lot of people are like, what about the Lightnings? Not a big fan of the Lightning lows. I got the reverse Lightning lows. They came out through Soulfly a few years ago, so I already got a yellow 17. I don't really need the white and yellow version of those, so that's why I didn't add those to the list. All right, guys, that is my top 10 shoes that I missed out on in 2024. Comment down below a shoe that eluded you in 2024, and if you're gonna get it in 2025. Comment that down below and we can chop it up in the comment section. Also, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up, man. It really makes the channel go a long way. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing, man? Hit that subscribe button. Takes nothing but a couple seconds, and you'll be notified of when I drop future videos. And lastly, peace.